Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. You guys might not know this, but Ubisoft actually is releasing a massive game today. Well, massive is obviously subjective. Some people may perceive it to be big. Some people may perceive it to be just another game and they're not going to check it out. But Skull and Bones is in fact out today in early access. The game had enjoyed a period of open beta ahead of its release, and it's in the early access release in the sense that you guys know how the gimmick works. Buy the deluxe edition and you get early access to the game. It's also a way for them to kind of, I guess you could say, like, artificially promote their Ubisoft subscription service. It's not really an incentive for the subscription service. Early access isn't an incentive at all, as I've said over and over again. It's really just hindering the people that buy the game on launch day. That's all it is. The game is done. It's ready to go. You can release it right now, but they don't want to. They want you to buy the premium edition. They want you to, subscribe for the game, etc., etc. Skull and Bones is a game that's been in development for a very long time, and if you go back and look up some articles, this game was initially scheduled to release in the year of 2019. It is 2024, guys, and the game is finally coming out, and part of me feels like, too little, too late. The promotion for this game hasn't been all too strong, but it does seem like a lot, some people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, some people are checking out the open beta and enjoying their time with it, so on and so forth. But I think this is a game that you can really look at, and I really question Ubisoft's choice of not releasing this game on Steam. Obviously, Ubisoft is going to do what Ubisoft is going to do. I get to an extent why you're going to keep games like Assassin's Creed on your Ubisoft service, and I know there is this element of, at least I believe so, I do think there's a monetary transaction between Epic Games and Ubisoft for not releasing their games on Steam right away, because why would the games be released on Epic Games Store otherwise? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why are they available on the Epic Games Store, but they're kept off Steam? At the end of the day, Ubisoft, if you're looking at it from their lens, their main priority is to make money off their own service and to get subscribers to Ubisoft Plus or Ubisoft Premium, whatever the subscription service is called. It's $18 a month and it gets you access to all the Ubisoft games. Why would they release their games on another competitor? Doesn't make sense unless there is some sort of transaction. It doesn't necessarily have to be monetary. It could be some sort of other strategy that's going on with Epic Games and Ubisoft, but I do believe there's something going on there. It just doesn't make any sense to me why those games would be available on EGS. Ubisoft could also look at it from like, alright, nobody's gonna buy these games from Epic Games Store and we can release them on EGS and still get some money from Epic Games. I don't know. That's what I assume is going on, but nonetheless, it's one thing when you're talking about Assassin's Creed and franchises that have a lot of cachet, but you look at Skull and Bones, a new IP that, let's be honest, the development of this game and all the delays, it's been disastrous. Like, the lead up to this game has been absolutely disastrous, and you need all the help you can get to get this game out to as many eyeballs as possible, and you're not doing that. You're not releasing this game on Steam, and let's be honest, the game's gonna come to Steam at some point in a year, 16 months, whatever the case may be, but, like, why do that? Why do it with games like Riders Republic? Why do it with these games that obviously could use the extra push from a Steam release? And we all know that Steam is a gigantic promotional vehicle for PC games in general. That idea of being on the Steam banner, when people just browse Steam, they click on games and see, hey, the game has a very positive, or even, God forbid, an overwhelmingly positive reception, and then people start playing it out, word of mouth spreads, and we talk about word of mouth a lot recently on how effective it's been for a lot of these games recently. A Pal World, a Helldivers 2. You think word of mouth is going to be as effective when a game is relegated to a platform like Ubisoft's subscription service or Ubisoft's own application? No, it's not. I get the idea of, already it's a case of you have to go through Ubisoft Connect even if you buy a game on Steam, but the fact that the game is not being marketed on Steam, you're just shooting yourself in the foot right there. I get it that Steam is going to take a cut, but that cut, whatever it is, 20 to 30% for a game like this, that is minuscule in the grand scheme of things. I think not releasing their games on Steam cuts sales by quite a lot. I wouldn't be able to quantify it since we don't have exact numbers and me just throwing a dart, but I don't think it's that big of a stretch to think that sales are cut by 30 to 40%, and I get it from Ubisoft's lens. There's a couple of things. First of all, they want to pop off with their own platform, Ubisoft Plus, but also they do have a subscription service tied into it, so they want to incentivize people more so to subscribe to that and not having their game on Steam, baking in that early access gimmick so they can be like, like, hey, you can play the game early if you do sign up to Ubisoft Plus. I get it that that's all a way to promote their subscription service, and that's probably a big element of their business strategy going forward, but I ultimately don't think that a subscription service is going to pop off to a great extent. That's my humble opinion. I think $18 a month is a little bit too much, and I just think that, you know, if you're gonna do a subscription service, it's gonna be compared to Game Pass, and Game Pass from a value standpoint is just so far above every other subscription service that you can have a subscription service as an accessory model of your business like PlayStation does with PlayStation Plus Extra. It's not the heart of their business. With Ubisoft now on the PC front, you're stripping away your games from Steam for a year or 16 months or whatever, and now you're doing, you know, so much heavy lifting on Ubisoft Plus and your own platform that I think it's ultimately gonna hinder the games. Not to mention, it's one thing with Assassin's Creed Mirage, a single-player experience. Skull and Bones hampering that game's community is actually a big deal. This is a live service game. What do I say over and over about live service games? The game is the service, and what does the service need? As many people playing it as possible. So you're kind of hindering the success level of that game from the get-go. You're shooting yourself in the foot before the game even starts by not releasing this game on Steam and hindering the amount of people that are going to play the game. Yes, can everybody easily play the game? Yes, but when you add a barrier like Ubisoft Connect, and I get it, even if you buy the game on Steam, it still goes through Ubisoft Connect, but it is a problem when it's not available on Steam directly. You're shooting yourself in the foot right out the gate, and you look at this game, and it needs all the help that it can get in terms of promotion. It's a $60 or $70 game on console. It has the live service elements baked into it. They've already outlined a year's worth of season pass content and whatnot, and it had the early access gimmick baked into it. I often talk about 3 levels of, I don't want to say greed, but monetization that goes into these games. Let's not say greed. They're all trying to make as much money as they can. Everybody's trying to make as much money as you can. Guys, I'm trying to make as much money as I can on YouTube. But as far as games go, there's 3 levels of monetization. $70 games, which this is $60 on PC, but it is $70 on console, so you have that. You have the early access gimmick baked into it with the deluxe edition, so you're trying to monetize it on that front as well. Skull and Bones has that. And then the third part of the trifecta is battle passes, and Skull and Bones, in fact, does have that as well. The premium battle passes, if you buy the deluxe edition, I believe you get the first one for free. You want to know another game that recently had all 3 of those implemented as well? Oh, Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. Let's talk about how well that game is doing. I mean, you guys can look at the Steam community page, and that game's not doing all too well. And that game was released on Steam, and that game was piggybacking off a widely successful IP. So you look at that, and then you talk about Skull and Bones. Like, I just don't know how it's going to turn out. The game itself, it seems like most people are enjoying it, the people that are playing it, but I think it's going to be an issue of a lot of people just aren't even going to give it a chance. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Personally, I think this game is just set up for failure by not being on Steam, and that's not the only reason. Let's not get it twisted. It not being on Steam is a very small part of the game ultimately, I think, not being a success. And there's so many other factors that go into it. I think, obviously, the lengthy development time, $60 with all the monetization elements built into it, $60, $70, however you want to view it, depending on PC versus console. But that's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.